Hi Leo, welcome to B's Portal Tarot, where we're going to do your weekly spread representing the energies for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs from January 10th to the 17th, 2021. Please take what energies resonate with you and toss what doesn't back to the universe, and check your placements, your Sun, Moon, and Rising signs and Ascendant signs, as well as your South and North Node energies and placements. And find a reading that's maybe a little bit better or suited for you if they don't find anything resonating here. We welcome just lit a candle to welcome the spirits, and of course we have the Buddha here to welcome the spiritual energies. I premeditated on your cards and your energies, shuffled the cards, not premeditated. I meditated on your energies and shuffled the cards, Leo, and we'll give them a quick cut and a toss up. And we'll get started. We're going to use the Starman deck for your general energies. Spirit, divine messages from the Psychic Oracle. Good Tarot will give us clarifying energies. And then this Spirit Wisdom deck for Spirit Ancestor Guides for you at this time. So we're going to say a quick prayer. And then without further ado, we will get started. Okay. So here we go. Divine angels and guardians, guide my hand by yours alone. Let this reading be true and sound. Divine angels, guardians, with me always by my side. I pray for guidance and foresight. Protect me with your golden light. The cards are shuffled, the cards are dealt, the door is open, the power is felt. Let me see with open eyes, speak the truth and tell no lies. When the future is revealed, until nothing more is concealed. Remember that the future is not yet set in stone, so divine angels and guardians, I welcome messages from your ranks, and for your guidance and wisdom I give my thanks. Amen. All right, Leo. So we're going to give a quick cut of this deck here. And can I get the weekly energies from the 10th to the 17th for the Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Leo? From the 10th to the 17th, what are their trials, tribulations, obstacles, energies coming at them? Thank you. Can I get the 11th, please, Divine Spirit? Here's the 11th for the Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Leo. Thank you. Can I get the 12th, please? That one's coming out there. And the 13th, please. That was definitely sticking out for a reason. The 14th for Leo. Whoa. We won't take that to card exposure. Can I get 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th for Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Leo? Okay, so 13th, 15th, and 16th. Thank you, Spirit. Can I get one last card with the thank you, Spirit? And that will represent the 17th energy for you. Okay. Alright, so we'll spread those out a little bit. Then we are going to get your clarifying energies for this week, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Leo. Show me the cards I need to see. What are their clarifying energies from January 10th through 17th? Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Leo. Show me the cards I need to see for the 10th to the 17th. Okay. Just give me a sec so I can fetch those. Flying around the world here. We have had so many flying cards lately, it is crazy. Okay, can I get the 12th, please? Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Leo. Okay. So, 12th, 13th. Can I get the 14th? Oops, 14th. I think we have 15th here. Okay, can I get the 16th? I know it's going to toss away over there. 16th? And can I get the 17th? There's a card that just flipped up here. I know there is. I seen it. 17th card. Okay, those are your clarifying energies, Leo. Now, whatever cards come out, the first time the cards come out, this will be your divine messages for this week. Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Leo. Show me the divine messages for this week. 10th through 17th for the Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Leo. What is divine spirit messages for them at this time? Okay, so we'll go through one more time, see if there's anything else for you. Oh, I don't think there's anything else. Oh, one more card. Okay. So, this might be good news because a lot of you, and this one landed right there, so I'm going to leave it there. But you only got 2 divine messages up for you this week, so some signs got like 6, I think it was. It was crazy. And then we're going to get your spirit animal wisdom guidance messages for you at this time. So it could represent ancestors, spirit guides, anybody that you see fit in your life. Show me the cards I need to see. What are their spirit guide animal messages? Did I pick that card? Okay. For the Sun and Rising sign of Leo. So the same goes, however many cards fly out for you. There we go. So I think you got 2. Oh, there as well. Just gonna stick that there. So I'm gonna just fetch them. It's crazy. They're always flying. So yes, you did get 2 messages, and we'll take a look at them at the end of the spread again. And we'll see what messages your spirit guides have for you at this time. So Leo, without further ado, you got Temperance in reverse for the energy representing tomorrow the 10th. So your energy representing tomorrow the 10th is the Temperance card in reverse. So Leo. I don't know why I was saying Aries. I'm like stuck in your sister energy. Oh, I can't talk today, so excuse me. So this Temperance card is in reverse, and it's talking about an impulsive, unwilling to delay gratification, the desire for instant results and immediate pleasure at a cost, living life as if there is no tomorrow, feeling disillusioned that there is a dull disregard for the long-term consequences of your actions at this point, causing unhappiness and imbalance deep down. Consider what needs to be pruned and consciously released, Leo, allowing you to move ahead and bring renewed purpose to life. So it's feeling impulsive and impatient. So maybe tomorrow you're being stuck in the present, not planning for the future, which is kind of, I think a lot of people are because of the situation with the pandemic and stuff. But life feels out of proportion, and you need to regain some sort of stability. Consciously release what doesn't serve you anymore, Leo. Temperance brings the respite after the storm, a soothing balm to any situation. It suggests that when we take time to balance the various elements and energies in our lives, we find a clear pathway to our goals. And this card is going to embody the nature of healing and moderation, self-care, and self-knowledge. Temperance says you have integrated many hard-won lessons and have won a lovely degree of maturity and wisdom, Leo. Consciously learn how to balance and calmly address the different elements, values, and priorities in your life. Slowing down, you too are able to capture the majesty of life, the extraordinary in the ordinary, a time of sort of rebirth, seeing with fresh eyes as you marvel in the miracle and beauty of creation all around you and acknowledge that the pain you've endured in life has a necessary catalyst for this freedom that you're going to experience or are now. So you're releasing the past and stepping deliberately into the present, aware of the dance and union of opposing forces, light and dark, in the present. And with the divine, your inner voice is guiding you, trust it, and respond to challenges. So get out of that impulsive, impatient, being stuck in the present and not planning for the future, and embrace and be astonished by the beauty of life and all of its facets, okay? And then you got the Emperor card right after that. Okay, so your clarifying energy is the Emperor out of the Temperance card. So that's absolutely saying that you've sort of just done that. That's an authority figure, right? So it's following the rules right now is exactly what you should be doing, Leo. People in authority come to your aid and give you good advice when you ask for it. You can have a strong confidence that this card is going to suggest dealing with intuition and institutions, possibly like banks or governments. Could be highlighted this time, but whatever you're going to do, whatever you're taking on at the end of the 10th energy, you're doing it with authority, okay? You're going into the 11th with the Queen of Cups, right side up there. So this could be water sign. It is water sign, not could be. It is water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So that could be someone in your life, or just the energy that you're sort of embracing at this time for yourself. Whatever it is, it's sort of being in your, I guess, okay, so the Queen of Cups is essentially about being the conduit. That's the word I was looking at. The conduit for a powerful life and love, okay? So, yet we forget the chair that we sit on is made from the same energy as us. All life springs from the same source and is animated by the same energy. Animism is the theme which draws everybody throughout this tarot deck. And the idea of ordinary things becoming conduits of miracles plays out strongly in this card. The extraordinary in the ordinary. We are all, in fact, miraculous forms of technology, spirit technology. The fact that as yet science still has no idea of why we possess consciousness tells us that life has so much more mystery than we could possibly imagine. So to connect with the wonder of your own existence is a path back home. So the Queen of Cups is therefore concerned with matters of the heart. It signals acceptance with a rich and empathetic understanding of the nature of things, to feel your inherent empathy and your fellow creatures, to be emotionally intelligent and fully expressed, unashamed of what your imagination is capable of conjuring. There is so much to be gained from listening deeply within and giving credence to the dreaming world and being a bridge between the two. And that's what it's calling on. You're going into the 11th with feeling like you're bringing the bridge between the two. And then you got the 6 of Fire, which is absolutely your energy. Right at home in your own element there. But this 6 of Fire is, is stepping into the limelight. You're being an enlightened influencer. You are generously modeling the transformations so that others around you can be inspired, but you're putting a light up top of a hill to shine forth, helping others to find their way. You're remaining aware of shadows and people who have trouble basking in the warm light of their awareness. You bless them, but do not dim your own beacon. So that's saying, even though people in your life might not want you to go forth in the same way I want to follow you forth, that's okay. Don't let them dim your beacon, right? It's time to renew the trust and that you are contributing to the highest good of your own unique way, and that it's okay to do that. Okay, Leo, we don't have to take on everyone's burdens. It's all right to release that. You're going into the 12th energy with the Prince of Swords. Now, this one has come out quite a few times in many readings. So I think this energy is kind of going sort of across the board. Like, this is a lot of people in so many ways, right? But it is air energy, so it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, but it's living by your ideals, essentially. So the Prince of Swords is that danger is imminent, the time has come to act, it's now or never. The explosive combination of fire and air and it's the fiery part of air, this card, and it invites some form of deceitful action and decisive action, fiery, dogmatically and determined to follow the principles. This prince is willing to sacrifice himself for some lofty cause. He understands that this is a burden and will endure the hardship and punishment that may be inflicted as a consequence. His quest is ultimately exciting and relentless, and that's a lot like you, I think, Leo. But this Prince of Swords embodies the energy that a fight to a cause when all appears lost is kind of what this card rests. To be willing to go to the places that others are terrified, because implicitly understanding that something of tremendous value is awaiting for you, Leo, calling forth the essential vitals of life, right? In receiving this gift, you discover that one thought, one small self is no longer the prime faculty in determining your actions. We are guided by a higher power and do what must be done. And essentially, that's what this energy tells you you're going to be modeling on the 12th. The huge raven on the card signifies the arrival of a vital force. The prince himself is sort of like a steam rocker, punk rocker kind of attitude. But it's saying, what decisive action do you need to take? Stand your ground, fight for what you believe in. It's important to do that. Yeah, it's important. You need to manifest things that are truly worth achieving. Protect or propagate the ideas or beliefs that you value in, Leo, and they will always demand that you surrender or destroy something that you're going to hold dear. You know, then the messenger of water. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy here. But this messenger of water is definitely coming to you to tell you that it's about, you could be meeting a new love. This is about romantic attraction, chivalry, seeing the best in others, and a call to fall in love with yourself. So first and foremost, if you want to fall in love with somebody, or if you're not, you're looking for a spouse, you have to love yourself. Leo, remember that. But you need to look for the best in others and honor it, even when it seems a challenge to do so. Your attractions stem from self-love and a knowledge that you are a part of love, which takes many forms, each exquisite in its own way, and you can have what you desire, Leo. There is no need for jealousy, anger, or resentment. You when you are in love with yourself, and love's gonna flow into you powerfully and through you powerfully. So you could be the conduit of that energy. Then you got going into 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th energy, coincidentally enough. You got card 13, which is the death card on the 13th. Interesting. I'm sorry, just got had to write, I had an interesting name for the video, and I thought I'd write that down. So the death card, number card 13 on the 13th. So don't get all weirded out by that. It's not what you think it is. It is basically yeah, okay, so this is a hard one because a lot of people get really, really freaked out by this, because it is essentially knowing that this too shall pass, right? So it's birth, change, death, and rebirth of an old situation, of romance, business partnership, a way of thinking. This highly revered card does not signify actual physical death, so it heralds the death of a particular situation externally, or a part of you internally. So like major transitions, it brings with substantial amounts of grief, anxiety, hopelessness, and fear. The end of a chapter in life can be hard to accept, but accept it you must if you want to move on. Death depicts the ghostly resonance of an inhabited skeleton floating in space. So this abstract environment with golden mathematical patterns, the nature numbers, flowers, and other symbols indicate transformation. The skull and withered leaves denote the death and decay. The life in the juice is sucked out of form. The brilliant and seductive orchid blossoms represent regeneration, fertility, sexuality, and fertility, the potent visual sensory language of flowers. Death and rebirth are twins, right? Intimately linked. We can't have one without the other. They work together. One leads to the other, and the presence of one calls to the presence of the other. In a very real sense, we are living the cycles of death and rebirth all the time. Every night we sleep, we experience a mini death. The disillusion of awareness of the physical body makes way for the mental dreaming body, which then dissolves into deep sleep, silent, empty awareness. On this deathbed, the great philosopher exhorts his followers to practice the dying of this highest form of wisdoms. So, the Tibetans don't view life as a straight line from A to B like we do in the West. Rather, it's seen as a full circle where birth and death connect with one another like an electricity circuit that conduits energy. But according to most branches of religion and mystical tradition, it is the soul, the respiratory of the integrity and morality of as witnesses, that continues to transmigrate beyond death. Mind with its memories, ideas, and values are left with the body at death. So death indicates a sudden and unexpected change is imminent in your life, Leo. The ending of a major phase or aspect of your life is to be trusted. Death is the master cleanser. If you surrender to the process of disillusion, the letting go of situations and ways of being that you have outgrown, or allowing it to unfold naturally, there will be much new growth, new life. So we can use death as a catalyst to awaken our life, Leo. Ponder, for example, how you would live life if you knew you were going to die in a year's time. What authentic risk would you take? What conversations would you have? A Year to Live by Stephen Levine suggests that we don't wait for a death sentence. With every breath you take, someone in the world dies. Death, darkness, and difficulty are as needed as much as light, ease, and flow. Wow. Ending of a major phase is to be trusted. So surrender, awaken to life and new growth, strip yourself bare, shuffle on your current identity, and rebirth yourself, Leo. That is what you're called to do. Wow. And then you have the 8 of Air, Leo. Okay. So this represents Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy. Wow, that death card was beautifully, wow, it's like it's just like every time I get something else from those cards, and it's just purely amazing. I love those cards. They're just truly, anyway. This is a releasing from denial, which essentially is seeing things as they are, clarity. This is the death and rebirth, right? Number 8 is renewal, right? With spirit at your side encouraging you, you open your eyes to see things as they really are. To be disillusioned is to free yourself from illusions that keep you from growth and healing you deserve, Leo. So you need to give big goodbye to the illusions that have clouded your vision. Honesty gives you strength and courage to face whatever you have to face at this time, Leo. And then this is the divine message that kind of fell on top of it. We don't take reversals, but it's the 5, emotional loss. This is another card that's come out in almost every reading. So this is in the emotional realm. But this card is going to suggest that this is a time. Whoa. Okay, so we lost the card. So I hope you got a good picture of it. Because it is way over there. And we will not get it anytime soon. Oh my goodness. So. But the emotional card is loss card. Signifies when you're becoming or experiencing a grieving loss of something or something you were attached to. Essentially a death and rebirth again. Honor your feelings only by healing and loving yourself. By letting go of the past will you continue your journey, Leo. The suffering associated with this loss delivers profound wisdom and knowledge for your soul. Your unique gifts and talents, as your wills, your abilities, and the joy and the sorrow will not only make up who you really are, but better yet, who you're going to become, Leo. This painful experiences of life are equally as valuable as the joyous ones. Focus all your positive energy on the goods in your life and what you're grateful for. Use the healing energy in this way. Try not to focus on what you've lost. New beginnings and happiness are just around the corner for you, Leo, if you are willing to embrace them. And then you're going into the 14th with the 6 of Cups. More water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So, Leo, I definitely think you're either embracing the water energy going forward, or you're definitely dealing with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy here. That's just a strong, benevolent energy here. This 6 of Cups is being in wonder of your life. You're able to wave all the responsibilities and problems of your life away after the 13th, I would hope so. To return to the time of innocence, a time when your days are stretched on forever and the complex burdens of adulthood are inconceivable. They're carrying a strong allure. Life does not work its way this way, and even when we reach back into childhood and step into our young shoes once more, it's ignorant and innocent, right? Better to go forward, wise and innocent. Innocence fused with ignorance is so delicate. Ignorance fused, I love that. Ignorance fused with innocence is so delicate. Wow. I had to write that down. I love that. Yeah. Anyways, so this card is taking time to carve some space in your days to simply draw, paint, or shape your fears. Get them into the light so that you can see them. Once fully exposed to the light of your consciousness, they can be transformed in art form. So this is essentially the more death and rebirth. But visualize your dreams. Get them out into the world. Show yourself that your heart yearns to express. Life will come at you. It is relentless, okay? But this is relentless love. Life will keep coming until you see things clearly as the open space of awareness and true innocence. Indulge in imagination, keep a childlike sense of wonder, and reconnect with simple forms of expression. Beautiful stuff. Then you got the 6 of Earth following the 6 of Cups, and you have the 6 of Fire. So 666 could be a number for you. And you have the Death and not trying to freak anybody out or anything. So you have the 6 of Cups. So now you have the 6 of Earth up there. This 6 of Earth energy is about unexpected resources coming in. What you've sent forth out in love comes back at you many times over as the generosity of others becomes apparent, and unexpected resources are going to show up for you. The universe is exhibiting its generosity, reminding you that the world is full of pleasant surprises. And after the death and rebirth and that kind of energy, it's probably a welcome change. But inside this pretty package is tangible aid, a gift from spirit. Just when you were beginning to doubt, absolutely after the 13th, you're getting this little reminded treasure that you're entitled to receive, and it's going to show up at your door. What are you going to unwrap today, Leo? Going into the 15th energy with the 10 of Swords. So you're picking up more air energy. So you got a lot of air and water here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you're definitely picking up on the, but this is 10 is completion as well as 1. It renotes new beginnings, but this 10 of Swords is you must evolve, okay? It's actually depicting a person lying on the ground impaled by 10 swords. It indicates sudden and unexpected failure or disaster. It represents the sudden, unexpected jolt that's going to pivot you between full responsibility and the drift. The key is to be ready to choose responsibility and rebirth in that instant, and the answer is always practice and preparation, Leo. Give up the blame, the pointed finger, the moan and the groan. Practice being responsible. When we claim our life for ourselves, we claim the power to change it into something extraordinary. We reframe the good and the bad as feedback, edging us closer to our dreams. And that's the reality of that. So if you have chosen a different visual interpretation, a blow from life is being delivered with immediate ferocity, and there's no way to avoid its full force. There is no time for pain or regret, and in this very instant, you must accept full responsibility for everything in your life, and your previous life has ended. Only when you can shed the skin of your old life and become the master of your own destiny. Wow. Wow. King of Fire. Now I'm coming into your element here, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Wow. Wow, so this King, you've got a very profound reading, Leo. A very, 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 very profound reading. This is a spiritual influence card, creative, inspired leadership. It's reminding you when you're in line with spirit, you're a powerful leader that inspires others. Mastering benefits others that you teach them directly at times or indirectly at others. Modeling what they inspire to. It's asking you how can you be confident in your own abilities and vision without being rigid or closed off to some new ideas. You need to embrace some new feelings. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, going into the 16th, you've got the 6 of Pentacles, so you got 4 6s on the board, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. So this 6 of Pentacles, this is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but this is all about having more than enough. So you're going into the 16th feeling like at a time when you're sort of... There are times when we just must move past your fears and step into a universe of trust. Trust in the natural flow of abundance. Leo, there is never any shortage of resources. They simply need to be channeled in the right direction. In essence, our job is to fully show up and move and inspire people through what we do and how we are in life. So when you can generously offer life to your fully very best just for the joy of it happening, life begins to offer us the very best back. Ebb and flow, right? Almost always in unexpected and delightful ways. So this card invites you to see how this card can help you step into the flow of resources and generosity of others. Generosity offers life your best and deliver a worthwhile vision while you're doing it, Leo. 7 of Earth. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You got a lot of air, earth, you got a lot of earth signs here, right? But this is the 7 of Earth. You had the 6 of Earth, so it's definitely showing that you are coming out of that state of kind of illusions, but this is opening up a new strategy, being at a crossroads, maybe a decision has to be made. So you're coming out of this through the week, maybe some lessons learned. As you reflect on progress to date, you see where you stand and contemplate whether you want to continue singing the same song or change your tune. You're free to go back and reimagine what you might co-create. What if you manifested does not serve you as what you thought it might? You don't have to be afraid to admit it is no longer for you. Whether it's job, relationship, or otherwise, if it's no longer for you, whatever you choose to do, don't be afraid to start over. Feel assured that Spirit's always going to have your back for the highest good, okay? And going in to the 17th, you have the 5 of Cups. Some more water energy, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So this 5 of Cups is kind of, you're inconsolable. You're kind of, it's grief and loss of loved ones, the failures of hard times that you put the family through with your relentless pursuit of creative dreams. So the fast-flowing river in the card has more than one meaning of possibility. Of course, we can be swept away by the river of tears, but we can also be cleansed by it too. We can put right what we can let go of on our grief. Let it be taken back into the great ocean of life. This card does not point to the arrival of some form of grief, for it has already arrived and we carry it in ourselves. Instead, it presents a question and a powerful response possibility. It asks you to look at the grief you hold on to. It invites you to complete it and let it go, letting life, nature, take care of transmuting it back into vitas of energy. Hope is not gone. Allow yourself to grieve when it is spilled and give into grief and work through it. Don't try to just bury it and hold it down deep and hopefully it'll go away. Page of Fire energy. So you're coming out of the 17th with this kind of, I would say almost like a little bit this is enthusiastic action. You're going very back and forth. It's beginning a project. You are free to venture forth and co-creating a true life of your own desire. And you're finding your purpose as you take the first step into your something new. Your values have, your ideas have value, and you can dream boldly at this time, Leo. And that's a beautiful energy to come out of the 17th with, I think anyway. And the other card you got was the Firm Foundation, another card that's been coming up in many, many readings this week. This Firm Foundation card is all about, it's in the physical realm, the red border there. So it's all about that and that base root chakra there. But it's all that you have already are currently working on establishing a solid foundation in your material world, using good judgment and heeding lessons from the past concerning financial matters are going to assist you in laying the groundwork. By doing so, you're going to have the security for a better and more stable chance in the future. The material power that's around you can be either advantage or disadvantage depending on how you respond to it. Don't let your current position determine who you are. Remember that. Just be flexible and allow things to continue to flow, Leo. And your spirit animal messages this week are the whale. Live as a fully conscious being. Archangels Marianne Jewels. See that card. It's also being called to call on your heart chakra there. But this whale card is, if you want to take a look at that, I don't know if you can really see it, but that whale card there it's a card of mastery, right? So one of the first steps is to be able to control your breathing. When you focus on your breath, you connect consciously to the source of your origin. Whale wisdom suggests that you center yourself through breathing or deepen your meditation practice. Rise above worldly matters and spread love, light, and hope. And ask your fifth dimensional blueprint to be fully installed and live it. No matter what is happening around you, you can be the best that you can be. And then you have the parrot, which is listen intently to understand. And it's Archangel Bokpia, I think that's how it's said. Don't quote me on that. But this parrot card is, when you receive this card, you're being called to ask, listen your heart and soul in order to understand what people are really saying. Sometimes we can just fill in the blanks and hope what we want them to say. Kind of use your senses to know what you're truly imparting and what is truly going on inside them. So you can discover more than you thought possible. You are on earth to learn everything you can while in a physical body. So take every opportunity that appears and hone your gifts and demonstrate them wherever you can. Be that bright parrot, Leo. Namaste.